because he's a coward and he know that he acted a complete fool and there is no explanation for why he acted like that. So
back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. I'm Sharon. So today we are going to be reviewing Ready to Love Miami season 6 episode 5. So let's get into it. Just kidding. Before we get into it though, I need you to hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the content a ton. Okay, so do me that solid. And now we can get into it. So the episode opens up with basically nobody going home. Like Tommy saved them and basically said like that they needed to up their game, and then I'm assuming like it was at the, I think he said at the end of the week, somebody was going to be going home, like of the 3 of them. So everybody was safe for now. So then Tommy meets with the bottom 3, which is LJ, Zoe, and Justice, and they basically talk about like what they need to like up their game in. And Justice says that he'll calm down his playfulness, and it's like, sir, that's not the issue. Like, the ladies don't have an issue with your playfulness, they have an issue with you being broke. Sorry. But no, they have an issue with you not wanting to court them and not being assertive in your pursuit. Like, so then Tommy has to basically tell him like, sir, no, the issue that the women have with you is that you are not proactive in your pursuit. And then we find out that Justice has not gotten anybody's number. Well, any lady's number. Like, what are you doing? Honestly, what is this man doing here? I don't understand. So then Zoe says that he is going to let his walls down. And then LJ says that he's not going to be as like playful. Because I think the playful thing was kind of like more of his issue. Like the women felt like he were not serious. So says Tommy. And then that's why I was confused. Like, why would Justice like start saying he was going to not be so playful? It's like, nobody said that you were too playful. Like, when do you play? Like, I don't even know that we've seen him being playful. Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. So then they go on the go-kart date, and I feel like, listen, I understand being competitive, but it's like, Zoe, you're on a date. Like, why are you, he just would not shut up. He was doing a lot of the like shit talking and like just being extremely competitive. And I can understand you directing that energy towards the men, but he was directing that energy toward the women, and he just was way off on this date. It was very weird from the start to the finish, but he was just being too extreme. And then he bumped Trinika, and she said it made her hit her wrist, so her wrist was hurting for a few seconds, like real bad, so she wanted to stop. And it's like, hello. And I don't even know that we saw him like apologize or anything. It just was too much. He was doing way too much. So then everybody kind of like pairs off to like do like their little individual conversations, and Zoe and Sharice pair off to have like their little individual time. And this just really went all the way bad. I was so confused as to why this grown man was so angry and talking to her so aggressively. He acted a complete fool, calling her fake, and even at one point he had started pointing a pool stick like from across the room. It just, what is happening? I was so confused. I'm like, yo, this is a grown man, a real grown man, like an old man almost, acting like this toward a woman. I was so confused. He just was being so aggressive, calling her fake and all of that stuff, talking about he ain't want her. And I don't even know where their conversation took a left turn, because I feel like she was just asking him regular questions. Like, I think she asked him something along the lines of like, what's going to be your game plan, I guess, to like get out the bottom. And it just really went left, and it was all because of him. It was disgusting to see a grown man act like that. Like, no. And as we know, at the end, he ended up being a coward and never showing up, but he was probably going to be the one that was going home anyway. I know he was, because Brandy had said, like, and that's why you're not ready to love. But it's like, wow, what a joke this man is. A joke. Like, a whole joke. And I don't know who would ever date him after seeing this show and seeing how he acted toward a woman. Like, when he got a little riled up, it's like, that's how you behave? Like, no. Nobody should be dating him. Nobody should be dating Justice. Because even when Justice and Katie was having their conversation, and Trinika was there too, like, they was talking to him, and that kind of sort of went left as well. And this Justice man, like, I feel like, as I said in another review, the ready to love people have to do a better job at getting good quality men who are actually ready to love and who are not complete idiots. So when Katie and Justice was talking, I was like, because she said that she had DM'd him and asked for his number or something like that. And I just feel like, I don't care if you're doing a TV show or if this is real life or whatever it is. You should never have to contact a man to ask him for his number. Like, well, I'm going to say, like, in a setting where y'all have already met each other and y'all have already had a conversation, if you have to then be the one to reach out to him to ask him for his number, he's probably not interested in you. I just feel like, because I feel like in the instance where you don't, like on Instagram, for example, if you just come across the profile of a guy that you think is cute and you that type of girl to slide in his DMs, then that's completely different, because he probably doesn't even know you exist. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You saw him first. But in this instance where y'all both seen each other, y'all know each other, like, y'all have met, and then you still have to be the one to reach out to him, like, no, I just don't like that. And then I also feel like Justice has this sort of complex about him where he wants all the women to come to him. So I hate that she even contacted him in the first place, because that's just feeding into, for one, his ego, but then for two, his thing of like, he doesn't have to do any of the work, any of the chase, any of the pursuit. No. So then we also get in this episode Shakira meeting up with Tommy to talk about how she felt about Katie and, like, you know, revealing her trauma or whatever. And then Tommy gives her the rest of the day off. And I can understand her feeling away, but it's just something about Shakira that seems like she is just a little bit too, because in the preview for the next episode, I think we had saw her literally down on the floor breaking down crying, and I feel like we get a lot of her crying, so I feel like she might be a little bit too delicate and sensitive for a situation like this. But we also get in this episode like their little picnic date, and Lord Jesus, Mike and Brandy they made Samson and LJ uncomfortable with all of their like sexual things that they was doing. So like Samson and LJ was like, you know what, let's like dip and go over here, like, so we could give them some, like, you know, alone time, because obviously they need it. But it seemed like on that date everybody was vibing. Not LJ, Lord Jesus, I gotta get these people name right. Mike and Brandy were like vibing, and he seems to really like her and she likes him. And then Samson and Looney seem to vibe as well. So then we also get in this episode Trinika and LJ, they had a date and they seemed to have vibes. She enjoyed it, he enjoyed it, and that's good for them. I feel like LJ seems to be like a cool dude, so hopefully like something can work out between them so he could just, like, you know, get a real shot. Like, I feel like the women and the men, a lot of the times they get so locked in on one person, where I feel like in this instance and situation you really need to fill out multiple connections first to see and really like give people a chance that you probably normally wouldn't, to see if you have a vibe and a connection, so all your eggs not in one basket, so you not like obsessing and acting crazy over one person if you see them talking to somebody else, because we get a lot of that on this show. But I digress. So then it's the ladies lounge, and then Tommy basically lets the ladies know that like he know that somebody spilled the tea about Shakira's like personal situation. And he says what happens in the ladies' lounge stays in the ladies' lounge. And I feel like Kadian's response was just so cold. It's like, if somebody is feeling like you violated something that they had shared in private, then you only can say, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why she was being so cold about it. Like, you kind of did. So just apologize and move on. So the ladies discuss their dates in the ladies' lounge, and then Kayla reveals, upon like, I feel like it was kind of pulled out of her that her and Randall kissed, and everybody was like, ooh, and it's like, so like, they shared a kiss, like, so what? Then we get to see the bottom two dudes meet up for their dates, minus one of them, because Zoe is a coward and he decided to just ghost Brandy and not show up because he's a coward, and he know that he acted a complete fool, and there is no explanation for why he acted like that. So that's why he didn't show up. He is a coward, and he does not need to be on this show. And I'm glad that he is not on this show anymore, because nobody needs to date him. Period. So Tronika meets with Justice, and he is once again saved. I don't understand, but I guess given the circumstance, Zoe had to go, and so I guess out of the two, like, he got to stay. But I feel like it should have been a double elimination, and he should have went too. I don't understand how he keeps skating through these eliminations. He needs to go. Nobody should be dating him. I don't understand who is attracted to him. Who? I don't get it. And Tronika was kind of annoying me too when she like, I understand your language. I understand you. The other ladies don't understand you, but I understand you. It's like, Tronika, I like you, girl, but not too much. Not too much. Don't be sitting up here talking about you understand him. You understand what? That he broke it. He not going to court a woman. He not going to pursue you. He wants you to do all the work. He wants you to chase him. He think he a king, but he ain't doing nothing king-like. Come on. Like, no, I feel like, Tronika, you should not even be, why are you attracted to him? Why do you understand him? Like, girl, she was getting on my nerves with that. And it's like, I like you. You need to really, like, reevaluate your connection with him, or your like for him, or whatever this is, because this ain't the move. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode of Ready to Love. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.